Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for 2018 April. Yeah, we're already 4 months into the year. I have an announcement to make. The sutra classes are out there for you, and so is the basic prayer class. I separated the sutras into two parts because that's how you have to do them, but I made it, you can buy them each separate or you can buy them together for a lot lesser price. They're a really good thing to do. They enhance your clear perceptions, and it only takes like 5 minutes a day after you get done doing it. But there's two short little videos out there about if for any of you that are interested in doing something like that. They're thought forms that make your clear senses way more clearer. So if you're getting into this kind of work or you just want it for yourself, it's a real good option to help you move faster. The other thing is, I've been having a heck of a case of bronchitis this month that passed here. Well, it's almost over. I'm really late with these readings, so you'll have to forgive me if they go up late, but I've been really sick. I'm feeling better, so excuse me if I cough during your reading. I'll try to apologize in between. Anyhow, what I've done for us for the month is pulled 4 cards. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull Angel card at the end of the reading. Hopefully bring everything together for us. I advise you look at your, that almost didn't come out. I advise you look at your moon sign and rising sign because that'll give you a more comprehensive view of the month. And a lot of times for me personally, the sun sign just doesn't work for me, you know. So might be like that for some of you guys too. And I don't think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month for us kind of as a theme. The other thing is we have like a little bit of a message, and the message has to do with our money. Last few signs had like a hiccup. I think, and I'm not sure because I'm not an astrologer, has something to do with that new moon in Aries. I believe it's towards the middle of the month, but like our hiccup moment or whatever, and everything's going just great, and whoops, it's like arguments or something to do with us wanting like autonomy with our finances and other people's like shared resources. But I think we're going to rejuvenate or transform that hiccup this month. So that's what it feels like, a push-pull struggle between what I want for me and what is shared with others, and it feels money oriented for some reason, you know. I think it'll straighten out if we really pay attention and use these cards right, because we have really good words this month and we have fairly good cards here. Looks like we'll have some decisions to make, but other than that, our words are flexibility, willingness, harmony, resilience, and support. So those are all really good words. I mean, flexibility comes in handy all the time. I don't feel too flexible after all that coughing. This whole, like, it lasted forever. My doctor is very conservative. Don't want to give you antibiotics. Anyhow, our card for the overall view of the month is the Emperor. And that's a card of, I don't know if I can get the glare off of there for you, but that's a card of, you know, like established order. So, like, we want to belong to something that has an established order. It could be a religious philosophy, intellectual, philosophical, whatever, or a company, an organization, maybe a community project, you know, that we have to fall under this set order, or they have structure or rules, that kind of stuff that goes with it. Now, I do believe that this is going to be very beneficial for us this month, or these cards work both ways. This could mean that someone we care about or are in love with, maybe husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, has to fit under this structure, so we kind of have to go along with it in order to be supportive of them. But it doesn't feel detrimental to us. Maybe that's the deal about the little bit of push shove there with the money thing. So with this, though, it is kind of inflexible, not flexible. We have to fit with it. We believe the way, we have to fit with that structure, the way they're doing things. Maybe, like we're going for a loan at the bank and we got to fill out all the paperwork and we don't want to do it. But we will, because there's sometimes harmony within the structure, keeps everything in balance, and where people can move forward. This could mean a lot of us might be taking new jobs, perhaps joining different organizations. The emperor is like a father figure, and a very smart one too, if we put it that way. It's like, this worked for a long time. If it worked for me, it'll work for you. So maybe if we're younger, the emperor could be our father, and they're saying, no, I'm not giving you any more money. Go out and get a job and work for your living, or it's time for you to support me, kiddo, or something along those lines. But with the emperor, there isn't much flexibility. If this is something we want, or something that our partner or friend or something wants, it's a good thing for them. And if we want to be with them or whatever, we would have to like adapt or adhere to whatever it is. I do feel, though, that overall, for most of us, I think this is going to be work money related, okay? I don't feel like love related with that card for whatever reason, because our next card here is judgment. Maybe this is the judge at the court, and we're going for a divorce for a few of us, but it's going to be fair because we got the judgment card next. And the judgment card is excellent. This is like a wake-up call from the universe. And what it tells us actually is, if we were willing, we believed in a higher power, we knew things were going to work out. Kind of, the judgment card reminds me of a tree for whatever reason, and it's bearing fruit, and we were willing and watched it flower, watched the fruit, and we waited because we were mature. We were mature enough to wait. We were resilient, like our word, enough to wait and to pick it when it was ripe. Therefore, we get beneficial news from it. It can, justice usually means that, but it could be, if this was a divorce court case, whatever, it's in our favor. The judgment will come down in our favor. And we get good news that will benefit us for the rest of our life. So if the emperor was the new job, we got it. They judged us capable of doing that job. And this card actually, to me, is harmony, because it's balance. It's just, I'm in the flow. I never lost my faith, because it's that wake-up call from the universe. I never lost my faith. I knew it was going to work out. It would work out right, no matter what anyone said or did around me. That we're all different Virgos, so I can't like hone this down to one place for each one of us, because these are just general readings. But, that's another card too, where we would be flexible because we were waiting. We stood there, we waited, we bided our time, we were mature in our judgment. We waited till the exact right time to pick the fruit, or, from the tree, and we grew up in the process. A lot of times we're Virgo, we like that dot the I and cross the T and everything detailed and very meticulous, and this judgment card says that paid off for us. We were willing to use those skills. maybe last month, maybe the last few months, but we were willing to use them. Therefore, the universe supports us in getting our just due. So I don't know what that's going to mean to all of us. Maybe that's that autonomy thing with the money, the original message, and the head banging over shared resources, or maybe money's with a partner, because our next card here is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, actually, these knights are usually messengers, and this message is about headbutting. When usually he's got blood on his sword, which is not cool here. But usually Andy's got a tower behind him that's burning or on fire, which is not good. Usually it can work both ways. If it's a person, it'll be male or female. These are general readings. It'd be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because it's a swords card, air card. This shows a lot of actually anger, like differences of opinion. It's not physical fights, but it's usually mental fights, like really strong differences of opinion where people are butting heads with each other and there is no flexibility. So remember that, because our word is be flexible. This can be us voicing our opinions too strongly, or it can be someone in our lives that we're having that conflict with. Maybe it's about money, like our little message, like you're going to do this, and I'm saying, no, I'm not. I'm Virgo, I'll do whatever I want with my money or my funds, Or it could be maybe someone younger than us that we're having a clash with, and it can be us just being too forceful when we are going to pursue what we want to pursue no matter what, and I'm going to tell you about it, and we don't want to do that kind of thing. I forgot to tell you at the beginning, I'm an empath, so I speak as if I'm you during the reading, so now all of us Virgos are named Frankie for the time being. Or this can be someone around us that is totally inflexible, is going to do what they want to do no matter what. Maybe my husband, wife, or whatever is telling, or my partner, however you want to say it, that it's going to be my way or the highway. So I think the card feels more like a warning to us not to pursue our lives so harshly, because we have that good judgment in here, and we have the Emperor where we are so forceful, something would be taken from us, or, withheld. That's what the word I want to use. Withheld from us when we needed the support because of that difference of opinion. So I'd want to watch for that, because, that's that hiccup. There's a couple other signs that got that hiccup, and I do believe, I'm really not an astrologer, I think it has to do with that Aries new moon energy, and I'm not sure, but I think Mercury goes direct right around that same time. Okay, so maybe we've been holding on to trying to be flexible, trying to be willing to go along, because we're not really fighters. We'll stand up for ourselves if we have to, but nobody wants to be out there in the mega conflict, at least not most of the time. But because of the way these cards are laying here, you want to watch. So if it happens, take that deep breath before you blast. Before you say everything that was on your mind for several weeks prior to when this came. Take the deep breath, be flexible, be willing, stay harmonious, stay in balance. Think about, wow, is this fight or argument going to benefit me or not? Is it going to support me? Is it going to add to my capacity if I have it out right this minute, or isn't it? That's basically what it comes down to, because our next card is the Ace of Wands. That's absolutely excellent card. It usually means aces are fresh starts and new beginnings. And that usually, this particular ace means in work, career, or in finances. So those are really, if the Emperor was a new job, here it is. Fresh new start, new beginning, and it's good money news that comes with this, because it would be perhaps a promotion on the job we're in. Maybe our husband, wife, partner had to adhere here with this Emperor card, in order to get the job, and now they can support the family because they were mature in their judgment, didn't lose their temper, though, and we didn't lose our temper with them while that was all going on. I do believe that it's usually work and career and finances, but it can mean birth of a child, Um, it can mean fresh start in any area of our lives, because these are general readings. But at the end result, just like that Knight of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords here in the reading also. And this is real similar to the Two of Swords, where there's a decision to be made. Two of Swords, they're blindfolded with the swords crossed across their chest, and they're in denial. But with the Eight of Swords, there is no denial. We can see perfectly what decisions and choices we have to make in order to move forward for ourselves, right? So, but we're not making them because we feel like we're trapped in some manner or some way. So, and we can't make the choice, but the truth is we're going to have to, or it gets forced. And if you'll notice, she's tied up in like cloth, so she's not tied up tight in there. In this card, her mouth is covered too, so she cannot speak her piece either. She feels like she's being stifled. That may bring that Knight of Swords energy to the forefront, where I'm going to say it no matter what. The best thing with this card to do is shake ourselves out of this, out of these binds, ties. We have 8 swords around us. Cut off the blindfold if you have to and you can't untie it. Look the situation directly in the face. Take the deep breath. Make the choice, because I know what I have to do. I may be stuck for a little bit because I can't take that next step. Maybe because of the Knight of Swords energy, maybe because with the Judgment card I'm waiting for the right time. But make sure that the blindfold and the ropes are off of me, because there is no swords in front of her on this card. She can step right through into the next step, and there is support for her. She's been resilient. She has this Ace of Wands here. She's willing to step forward and shake these off. Stay in that harmony, stay in that balance. If you have to be flexible time-wise, be flexible. Take the deep breath. Act in a mature way, because that's what the Judgment card calls us to do. Some of us might have to, play by the rules for a little bit, but it's going to work out well and to our benefit. So I'd be willing to take that ride. And if I get confronted with that difference of opinion, I'd watch how I stated what I was going to say, as to not escalate it into like a violent confrontation where we're screaming at each other. Not a physical confrontation, but where everybody gets so escalated. Well, this may be relationship, even so, because that's our card here. It may be that Knight of Swords energy is a relationship thing, like they were saying. Maybe a difference of opinion, of me want my money, and, it's like finance thing, or, what was the word they used? Shared funds, shared resources. Let's see what this means. I don't know as if I ever pulled this before, but this is kind of exactly what Spirit's talking about here. Can you see the card? I probably can't get the glare off of there. It's an angel on a unicorn, which is all right. It says your primary relationship is with yourself, and that's the truth, and God. And every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships blossom and prosper, which they are going to. Is exactly what it's showing. Decisions and, choices have to be made to move forward, but it is going to move forward for us. It says this card signals that you're entering a more positive phase in all of your relationships. I think we're going to use that Knight of Swords energy in the right manner. I really do, with Judgment and the Emperor there, and that Ace, and we'll make exact right choices for us. It says, as the picture in the card shows, you are now out of the forest, entering an area filled with light and beauty. That is what it shows. The forest is over there, and she's riding out of it. The dark forest and right into the light. I didn't even notice that. I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. It says, like the angel portrayed on the card, you just need to hang in there a little while longer. That's your Judgment card. The answer to your question lies within relationship. Trust your feelings about your current relationship and act accordingly. That's your Eight of Swords card there. The angels are helping you to manifest a wonderful new relationship, which is your Ace of Wands. Send light, love, and angels to your present relationship. A positive transition is occurring in your current relationship, which could include a healthy ending. Yikes. Well, Virgo, that's our reading for April. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them. I don't get a lot of time to write you back, but I appreciate them and I read every one. And for anybody who just wants to know more about me and go neb about me, all the information's down below at the website. Or if you want to set an appointment with me, everything to do that is at the website. And for everyone I've met through doing these YouTube videos through these past 2 years, and everybody I've met through doing 29 years worth of doing readings, I want to tell you all, it was an honor, a privilege, and a joy to have been able to serve you. I have a good job. Alrighty, hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.